In this video, we'll talk about conditional statements and operators. So, starting with conditional statements, I've covered this in Python. Now let's cover this in Java. The most basic conditional statement is if, else, else, if. So here we add conditions. If this is this, then do that. So how do we use if else in Java? So let's start. So I want to add a condition. If x is greater than y, then print x is greater than y, else print y is greater than x. So I write if, then I write the conditions in the bracket, then I add these curly braces, then I print x is greater than y, else I will print y is greater than x. So here we have y greater than x, so we get y is greater than x. What if I wanted if x is greater than y, then print this, else if y is greater than x, then print this, else print they are equal. So for that, I'll write else, and then if, and then another condition, y is greater than x, then print this, else print they are equal. This is how you use if, else if, and else. In Python, we used to use elif, but in Java, we write the whole thing, else and then if. So here we get y is greater than x. Now we get x is greater than y. And now we get they are equal. So that is how if else is used. Okay, now let's add some logical operators in it, like and or. Okay, now what if I want two conditions? X needs to be greater than y and y needs to be greater than x. So I want to print true if I have these two conditions. So if x is greater than y and y needs to be greater than x. So we will write and. So for and we use these two and symbols, and y, this is not x, this is z. So if I have this, then I need to print true. Else print false. So here we get false because x is not greater than y. So if one condition is not true, the whole thing becomes false. Even though y is greater than z, but x is not greater than y. So let's change it. Now both of them are true. But let's change this. Now the first condition is true, but the second condition is false. So when we use and, both the conditions, or even if we have 3, 4, 5 conditions, all the conditions need to be true. Now let's do it for or. Let's say x needs to be greater than y, or y needs to be greater than z. If this is true, it will be true. If this is true, then it will be true. Both of them don't need to be true. Even if one of them is true, we will get true. So let's try this. If x is greater than y. Now the or symbol is these two straight lines, or y is greater than z. So let's see. We get true because x is greater than y. So one condition is true, so it will be true. What if we do this? We still get true because now the second condition is true even if the first condition is false. But now we get false because both the conditions are false. So this is how you use and or. So let's look at some conditional operators as well. We looked at greater than. So this is greater than. This is less than. This is equals to. And this is not equals to. So let's use equals to and not equals to. If x is not equals to y, else if x is equals to y, why is it giving me? Okay. So we get not equals because x is not equal to y, but we get equals when x is equal to y. So this is how you use conditional operators and conditional statements and some logical operators.